A filmmaker. Let me actually bring the political aspect of this entire scenario. I will bring in now Mr. C.S. Jha, and I'd request my producers to play those visuals that we were just playing of the filmmakers going to everybody from the BJP ruled states, giving them mementos, seeking a support on their film Adipurush. Now, Mr. Jha, do you think there has been a backtracking by the BJP that has happened? In this case, seeing the kind of furor from its own political offshoots like the Hindu Sena, like the RSS, the VHP for that matter, protesting against the film?
I'm very surprised to see that this kind of film has been motivated by the BJP. It shows categorically the pedigree of the BJP that they are practicing fake Hinduism. And categorically, they are doing so for last 9 years. And in this series and the picture which has been released, I believe that there should be an F.I.R. against all the concerned persons, including the chairperson of the CBFC and the minister who is sheltering them, that is Mr. Anurag Thakur. And this kind of human Hindu sentiments which are being projected in somewhere, like they are showing some controversial parts, or like they are giving insulting picture before the public. This should be typically banned. And
No,
this kind
but
of
Mr.
picture
Jha,
should not
Mr.
run.
Jha, let me come in here. I would like to also understand, do you think it's only politics being played on the hands of the BJP? I would say it's also the filmmakers, because they are riding on the wave that the country is seeing today, and they thought that they serve anything in the name of the Hindu religion and that will be well taken. And that's why they have sought support of the BJP, thinking that it is going to come in very hands-on, considering this is a film on the most important epic of the country, which is the Ramayana.
See, the controversy, the BJP itself started. The controversy from Kerala story, they lost Karnataka. Now they started controversy with regard to Adipurush. They saw that it
No,
will
but
not
you're
be
still
helpful
accusing
for
the
them.
BJP. But I
So
also think that the filmmakers are equally hand in glove if they had to go ahead and peddle a certain political
because
narrative.
it requires an investigation. That is why I am telling that there should be an F.I.R. against all the persons concerned. And it is an offense under the Indian Penal Code. It is very typical that nobody has moved an F.I.R. There is no F.I.R. against anyone. Why? The question goes to the BJP also. The BJP persons, what they are doing? They are protesting. But where is the F.I.R.? Where the offenses goes?
Okay.
This should not be treated as an insult itself.
Okay, let me bring in Mukesh Tyagi back. Mr. Tyagi, while on the one hand there is a backtracking in the name of the dialogues that have been deemed offensive, on the other hand, Manoj Muntashir has gone on to claim threat to life. When we talk about these protests that have been happening across the country, whether it is in UP, whether it is in Maharashtra, there are members of the Bajrang Dal, there are other Hindu outfits, there is a plea before the High Court in Delhi tomorrow that's going to be heard over stopping of the film's public exhibit. Amid all of that, Mr. Muntashir is saying that he has a threat to life. How do you actually read these statements?
No, I think one needs to delink it from politics, because I think if you link into politics, then you will be taking away the core criticism of this film. And if I remember correctly, when 8 months back the teaser was released, it was Narottam Mishra from Madhya Pradesh who had been up in arms and opposing this film, including some of those, related associations like Hindu Sabha and Bajrang Dal and Vishwa Hindu Parishad. They all have gone to the court and filed PIL against the release of the film. So, and they have even gone to the extent of vandalizing some of the theaters. They asked the audience to leave theater, and the show was called off. So, to what extent BJP is backing them up? If BJP is backing up them up, then obviously such protests would not happen. So I think completely making it a political football, I think, is not a very sensible idea. Let's talk about the merits and demerits of the film. That should be the central discussion in this. But there are two. Even Anurag Thakur has spoken about it. The film should not be hurting anybody's sentiments. So Congress has got a very, very, very different history altogether on clamping on the cinematic liberties. So we can come
but
out with
Mr.
a number
Tyagi,
of areas. So I think
why I am getting this political angle is that when the film was not yet out, when only the rushes were out, on the one hand, an outfit like or a party like the VHP is quick to jump on Deepika Padukone's orange and saffron bikini, and they will not even wait for a film to release. On the other hand, they have seen an entire teaser of the film. They're taking mementos from the filmmakers, saying nothing. It is only about the furor, after this furor that the film is garnering, that they have decided to actually stay mum. In fact, none of the BJP guys decided to join us on the broadcast as far as this entire debate is concerned. Don't you think there is some sort of a backflip that has happened over here? They thought that this is about the Ramayana. Of course, this will be okay with public sentiment. They would not have really seen this coming.
I'll give you an example. There was recently a movie called Hindutva, which was released, directed by Karan Rajdan. I'm also featuring in that film. And we had shown this film to some of those extreme Hindu fringes group. They were saying Jai Shri Ram right up to the interval. And afterwards, all these people turned so hostile against the director, they were short on beating him up.
Okay.
So they suddenly realized that he has taken away the entire, a lot of time it happens that you assume that maybe film is building up its narrative in the manner which is aligned to your ideology. Otherwise, entire plank of BJP is based upon the reverence to Ram. They are building up the very Bhavya temple in Ayodhya. So you can't take away their reverence to Ram. And I think BJP has resurrected the image where Congress has been saying that it's an imagery. They filed an affidavit in Supreme Court that Ram is a Kalpnik Ram. So that kind of contempt we have experienced from the other political parties. Now they have turned into a different kind. So I think it's a BJP which has protected the heritage of Ram and taking it to different level altogether. So
Okay.
I think the makers have to explain to they misled the script and nobody goes and watches the film till it's released. So based on the teaser, Narottam Mishra had raised the voice. He cannot go and continue to be the minister against the political mandate of the BJP.
Okay, Ravi Rai,
So
let
there
me
is
bring you in here. I would want to understand, even in the light of what Mr. Tyagi is saying, what about the role of the censor board? The censor board was quick to take in each and every stakeholder who had problems with the film Pathan and then issued changes, advice changes to the filmmakers. Even some portions of the song which was deemed controversial by outfits like the VHP was snipped in the film. What was the censor board really doing in this case when it is about Adipurush?
Yes, censor board is very responsible. It's the responsibility of the censor board to look into these sensitive things which you can anticipate is going to happen, and the amount of intolerance that the country is going through. We are going through a lot of intolerance. Patience level बहुत कम हो गए इन लोगों के. Now, first let me answer Mr. Jha कि हम लोग let me explain one thing.
Yes.
Cinema and politics is far away from each other. You may believe, you may not believe, but maybe politicians use cinema to their own benefits and they keep on using it.
And vice versa. Ravi Rai, how are you forgetting
see,
that? It's vice versa. Filmmakers have been political.
No, let me finish my point.
Yes.
If it was BJP all along, why didn't Ram Setu work? Ram Setu was tax-free. Ram Setu was backed by Shri Yogi Adityanath. Why didn't Maharana Pratap that film with Akshay Kumar, Prithviraj Chauhan work? I can or trolling and banning is not only VHP. And don't you think Kashmir Files was trolled, banned? Were there not protests against Kashmir Files? Were there not protests against the Kerala story? There have been. And if you think every Hindu film is going to work, the film called Modi didn't work even for one single show. It didn't work. So it is not. It is certainly not. The film has to be good. It ends my discussion. The film has to be good. The other thing that yes, CBSC, the censor board had a very big role to play in this. How could they pass dialogues like this?
Right.
This certainly is. Baki to I am very sure there is no political. They don't play politics very honestly. अगर ऐसा होता तो लव जिहाद नाम की पिक्चर भी बहुत चलती, वो भी चलती, 72 हूरें भी चलती. आई मीन दिस इज समथिंग. पठान, व्हाई डिड पठान वर्क? आई मीन पठान के पीछे तो बहुत सारे लोग लग गए थे. So I really don't believe in the cancel culture and boycott Bollywood